Hey, how's it going, Andrew? Hopefully this will find you well. Yeah, my entry into your contest. Wow. I thought this was really interesting that you would ask of us to give you a title for a movie that you would like to do, a slasher movie. I forget it. I think it was Mr. Cinema Junkie had said that, any true horror nut out there or lover of horror would one day love to make a slasher flick or a horror movie in general, be it, ghost story or whatever, but just a slasher flick, either short or, full feature film, just to be able to say, hey, look, this is what I did, this is what I love. And I applaud you. I think that's great, and I really hope you're able to pull it together. Yes, getting actors and people to actually do the movie and to be on camera is a difficult thing. I did my little short skit for a contest entry involving my children and some neighborhood kids, and wow, what a feat that turned out to be. But either way, it was a lot of fun, and I would love to do more, and I would love to actually film a movie. I have talked about doing a slasher myself, so names have always popped around. But I'll get to that in a second. Sorry, kind of getting tongue-tied there a bit. He also wanted us to show you some of our favorite stuff. Well, the background I just threw down is a bunch of slasher movies. We're all familiar with many of them. But they're not going to be the ones. We have the classic staples up at the top, and some of the other ones. And Justin, yeah, look, I decided to give in, and I'm actually giving the movie another chance. So to give it a fair shake, instead of just renting it and sitting down and watching it, I went all out and bought the damn thing. So, yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. During the 30 Days of Horror Challenge, we had to once pick a horror movie that everyone else loved but you didn't, and mine was My Bloody Valentine, the original. But, I decided to give it a fair shake and add it to my collection, because at the time I didn't even have it. But here we are with various slashers throughout. And I want to start off with that, just showing you some of the ones that I have in my collection and that I enjoy. This one I'll always go back to. I love this one, and I wish they would make a sequel, but of course they're not, they haven't, but it's Wes Craven's Shocker. I just simply love Horace Pinker. I'm sorry, I do. I have a thing, I really like the character of Horace Pinker, the foul-mouthed television repairman that is also a brutal serial killer. It's just awesome. Traveling around from body to body. It's just so cool. One I just recently watched, I picked up a while back, pretty cheap, but I just watched it, and at first I was on the fence. When I first put it in, I thought, oh my god, I didn't like it because the kill seemed stupid and everything. Just the way it started off, I was tempted to just shut it off and get rid of it right then and there. And that was Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet. But let me say, people, I am so glad, especially Andrew, not people, mostly talking to you, Andrew. Let me just say that I am really happy that I stuck with it. Okay? The first kills, and the way it started off, but then just the body count alone is enormous, and just the whole thing behind it. It's a slasher movie, but it's also a supernatural movie and a possession movie. And it's just crazy, but it is really awesome. Danielle Harris and Bill Moseley star in it, and you know what? I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I know there's going to be people out there that saying, oh, it's shit, they didn't like it. That's cool. You know what? Half the stuff I have, most don't like. But you know what? I like it. It's my collection. So there you go. But Blood Night, Legend of Mary Hatchet. I really, really enjoyed this. It's about a young girl, who goes and gets her period, okay? And what happens is she freaks out and she murders her family. Well, she's placed in an institution, okay? While she's in the institution, she is raped by one of the night guardsmen, okay? And they show it happening. And anyways, Mary goes, after she has the baby, and they tell her, your baby's dead, okay? She flips out, all right? And they don't show her the baby or anything. They just take it from her and say, we're sorry, Mary, your baby was stillborn. And she freaks out. And, I mean, she's already in a bad mental state. She's in a mental institution from, like I said, whatever happened when she got her period, her brain snapped, killed her mom and dad, and now all of a sudden, in the institution, loses her baby from the rape, and she ends up killing everybody in the institution. She's walking down the road, and she ends up getting gunned down. I mean, I'm not telling you guys the whole story. I mean, this is just in the beginning of the friggin' movie. Okay? What happens next? I mean, the body count just rises, and it is just crazy fun. So, Andrew, if you haven't seen it already, go out and pick this up, okay? Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet. I promise you, buddy, you're going to have fun with this. This is a really neat movie, and they do not go chintzy on the gore, okay? I mean, it's heavy on the blood. I love that. Another one that I think is just an interesting thriller. It's a slasher in a way, but it has an interesting twist to it. And, I mean, real interesting twist. And I just really enjoyed this. The movie's Identity. It's about a group of people that have nothing in common with each other. Okay, other than one thing, which I'm not going to say. But in a motel, on a rainy night, they're trapped in this motel, and they can't seem to get out because the storm is keeping them there. Someone is going around and killing them off, one by one. Okay, in pretty brutal ways. They don't know who's doing it, and they're trying to find out. Would you consider this a slasher? Some don't. I do, just because of the way that it's done. I mean, it's done in like a slasher type thing. Someone's killing them, but who? And they're trapped. So in your typical slasher fashion, you have a group of people trapped in a location, and someone's killing them. Okay? So, in a way, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch, kind of, a slasher thing, but in a way it kind of is. So, I just happened to be looking at it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to include it anyways. I just thought it was really cleverly done. And it does, I don't want to give it, I'm going to give it away. It reminds me of a recent John Carpenter movie. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. So, there you go, Andrew. Basically, the one I really wanted to show you, I don't know if you'd seen it or not, is Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet. That's the one I wanted to highly recommend to you. Okay? Now, let's go on to the second part of this, which is name for your movie, or title for your movie. I've narrowed it down, and I've come down to... And there you have it, Andrew. The name, or title that I selected is Select Prey. I chose this because it can go in many different forms and everything, seeing as how we weren't given enough information. I have no idea of the story, no idea of where this takes place. I suppose it takes place in Australia, obviously, because that's where you are. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have the story taking place in Australia. You may just choose to have it generic. I don't know. But either way, we weren't given enough information on what type of movie or slasher movie you're making other than slasher. I mean, could it be like supernatural? Where someone coming in supernaturally and killing people? Could it be someone, physical? Coming in and killing them. Okay, we don't know. We weren't given enough information. So, in thinking about this, that's one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to do this. I came up with select prey because, I mean, it can go any way. I mean, this killer obviously has selected his prey and is going after him, much as the way like a wolf pack would go after prey that they've selected. I mean, they've marked their prey, and now they're after him, and they go after that particular prey until they stalk it down and get it. And then, it's theirs. So, that's what I feel, in choosing a name, that you can have the killer that you're creating, coming up with, that is a perfect title for me as to, him going after these people, and kind of says it all. Select prey. So, I don't know if you're going to like it or not, but there you have it. I really wanted to enter your contest and show you support. So, my title for your movie is Select Prey, and my recommendation is Blood Night, Legend of Mary Hatchet. So, take care, Andrew. Like I said, I hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits, my friend. And we shall catch you later.